Our culture says love is a feeling. Jesus says love is something you do. Jesus says anybody can love who loves you in return. I mean, that's easy, that's natural, that feels right, that's expected. But real love, deep love, mature love, Christian love is played out best in the presence of our enemies. He gives the example of the Heavenly Father. He says, look at the Heavenly Father. He gives sun to warm and rain to nourish, both to the bad and the good, both to the nice and to the nasty. Love is something we do. It is a choice of positive action on my part, regardless of the action on someone else's part. Jesus says, for example, when someone mistreats you, try this. Pray for them. Why? Because when I put myself into the practice of the positive action of prayer, it will begin to impact how I see that person and how I receive that person and even how I feel about that person. Jesus says it. He says, let it bring out the best in you rather than the worst in you. You see, it's not that love has nothing to do with feelings. It's just that feelings are not the foundation of love, but rather they are the byproduct of love. Our culture says, ask what you feel and then act accordingly. But Jesus says, ask what is the loving thing to do and then begin to find yourself feeling accordingly. The lie of our culture is that feelings must precede actions. The truth of Jesus is that actions must at times precede feelings. Are you with me? Actions at times must precede feelings if you ever expect the feelings to follow. Let's flesh this out a bit. Let's say you're a couple, you're married 8 years, you have 3 kids, you're busy, you're taking care of the kids, you're taking care of the house, you're doing everything you have to do, and one night you finally have a chance to all sit down at the table for dinner and you look into each other's eyes, the husband and wife do, and though you would never say this to your spouse, you think it, and you find you're both thinking it, and you think to yourselves, you're a stranger, I don't even know who you are anymore. And it's a feeling of great disconnect. And maybe the wife is feeling like, he doesn't even think I'm special anymore. He doesn't even think I'm beautiful anymore. I don't even remember the last time I heard him say, he loves me. And I feel as though that if he had the chance, he would be with somebody else. And so there's this feeling, it's just how she feels, this feeling of disconnect. And maybe the husband is sitting there feeling like, and he's thinking to himself, she doesn't appreciate anything I do. I mean, it used to be, I was kind of like, she admired me and I knew she respected me. And now, no matter what I do, it's not enough. And I just feel like that, that she doesn't care anymore. And I'm just somebody that she uses, not somebody that she loves. It's just how he feels. Now, if love is feeling, and that's all we can do is act according to how we feel, then the result will be they will just continue to feel this disconnect, which will make them feel more disconnected, which will make them feel more disconnected until they are so disconnected that they decide that they'll stay together and the kids are grown, or they'll go ahead and divorce. Or they could take Jesus at his word and say, as a follower of Christ, I have a responsibility to practice this not in just my church on Sunday, but in my home every other day of the week. And it means I stand up and the wife says, regardless of what the husband does, regardless if he takes the first step, the wife is the one who initiates it. And she takes the first step and she says, honey, I appreciate what you do for me. And she squeezes his shoulder real quick and walks away. And then the husband, he is man enough to stand up, and regardless of if his wife takes the first step, he stands up and he looks her in the eye and he says, I love you and I always have and I always will, and gives her a quick hug. It doesn't have to be a long romantic embrace, just a quick hug, just something that says, I really do love you. And what will happen? If they keep doing this, at first it will feel awkward. And it will make them feel like they don't want to do it anymore. It'll feel strange and unfamiliar, and it won't feel right. But if your trust is not in feelings, but your trust is in what real love is, then if you keep on doing it, and you keep on doing it, and you keep on doing what is the loving thing to do, I promise you this, watch and see it happen. The feelings will start to follow. Maybe you say, well, that's fine for little things like that, but I got some big things. I have some big enemies who have brought about some incredibly big hurts. What do you do with that?